Are we truly alone in the universe? Or is Earth just one classroom in a much greater school of life? And what did Jesus mean when he said, "In my Father's house, there are many mansions"? Maybe he wasn't speaking in metaphor. Maybe he was describing the very structure of the cosmos. Look at the sky, not with the eyes, but with the mind. Each star is a sun. Each sun may hold planets, and on some of these planets, there may be life. Not just microbes, not just possibilities, but consciousness, spirit, memory, progress. We live in a universe of hundreds of billions of galaxies. Each galaxy holds hundreds of billions of stars. Mathematically, solitude is impossible, and spiritually, it would be senseless. In the Gospel of John, Jesus says, "In my Father's house, there are many mansions, many dwellings, many homes, many worlds." The Spiritist doctrine takes this truth and expands it beyond Earth. The cosmos is inhabited, and not just by physical beings, but by spirits in various forms of existence, living in dimensions that go beyond our perception. Some are visible, others are interdimensional, and many we cannot yet see. But they are not myths. They are part of the same universal law, evolution of the soul. If the universe is inhabited, then who inhabits it? In Spiritism, this question is not speculative, it is fundamental. According to the Spirit's book by Allan Kardec, a foundational work of Spiritist philosophy, worlds are not all alike. They differ by matter, by harmony, by moral progress, and most importantly, by the evolutionary state of the spirits who live there. There are worlds of suffering, worlds of renewal, worlds of joy, worlds of light. Each planet is a classroom, each realm a lesson, each dimension a different chapter in the journey of the immortal soul. Kardec classifies these inhabited worlds into 5 general types. 1. Primitive worlds, where spirits begin their incarnation. Here, life is basic. Consciousness is limited. Instinct dominates reason. It is the beginning of the soul's education. 2. Worlds of trials and expiation. This is the category of Earth. Pain and injustice are still present because spirits are still learning to choose love over pride. These are worlds of contrast, of tension, where we are given freedom and must face the consequences of our actions. 3rd, regenerative worlds, where evil has lost its dominance. These are worlds of transition, where forgiveness is possible and progress becomes collective. 4. Happy worlds, harmony, fraternity, and wisdom reign. Spirits are elevated. There is no war, no material misery. Work exists, but as joy and purpose, not survival. 5. Celestial or divine worlds, realms of pure light, where spirits have reached perfection. They no longer suffer. They guide others with compassion. These are the dwelling places of the most advanced beings, and for us, they remain aspirational. In the Gospel according to Spiritism, Chapter 3, titled, "There are many mansions in my Father's house," Kardec affirms, these mansions are the various worlds that circulate in space, offering the spirits who inhabit them different levels of advancement. In Spiritism, progress is law. The soul evolves not only within one body, but across many lives, not only on one planet, but across many worlds. What we call extraterrestrial life may simply be life in another classroom of the cosmos. Different bodies, different dimensions, same law of love and evolution. Some of these civilizations may appear to us as superior, but not all of them are morally evolved. Technology does not always reflect wisdom. Spiritism teaches that moral elevation, the inner transformation of the soul, is what truly defines a superior being. And that these worlds are not only physical. Some are material to us, others are ethereal, invisible to our third-dimensional senses, but perfectly real in spiritual terms. The universe is not chaotic, it is structured, guided, alive. And our Earth, as small and flawed as it may seem, is part of a much larger, sacred design. Not all life is visible. Not all civilizations exist in the spectrum of human perception. Spiritism teaches that matter is relative, that what we call material depends on the senses we use. Just as light has frequencies we cannot see, life exists beyond the visible spectrum. There are dimensions that vibrate faster than ours, worlds that interlace with ours, not in space, but in frequency. In these planes, spirits exist with full awareness. They see us. They understand our struggles. But we, still bound by dense matter, can only perceive fragments. These are the interdimensional civilizations. Spiritual societies, not limited to carbon-based biology, but based on energy, thought, and vibration. Some of them never incarnate. Others incarnate in subtle forms. And a few have incarnated here, in distant pasts, or parallel now. Spiritist literature explains that these beings are not gods. They are spirits, just like us, in different stages of evolution. As the Spirit's book affirms in question 172, the different corporeal existences of the soul may occur on Earth or in other worlds. This opens the door to a universe of possibilities. Spirits who lived in other star systems, now incarnated on Earth for learning, or spirits preparing to reincarnate elsewhere. Spiritism recognizes that the universe is multidimensional. There is no absolute separation between the material and the spiritual. They coexist, overlap, and often they interact. What some call extraterrestrials may be interdimensional intelligences. They do not always travel through space. They shift through levels of vibration. Their vehicles are not ships in the metallic sense, but structures of condensed thought energy. Many UFO sightings are not physical objects. They are manifestations, projections, allowed temporarily by spiritual permission. As Kardec writes in The Medium's Book, Chapter 5, spirits can make themselves visible and tangible under certain conditions, depending on their will and our receptivity. Thus, some of the contacts described throughout history, from prophets to visionaries to modern abductees, may be spiritual experiences, filtered by culture, fear, and belief. There are spiritual colonies, invisible cities in the astral layer of planets, where spirits live, learn, organize. Books like No Solar, translated as The Astral City, describe such places. They are not metaphors. They are structured worlds, invisible to human eyes, but real in essence. When we speak of inhabited worlds, we must include the invisible, because reality is not limited to what we can touch. It includes what we feel, what we intuit, what we remember in dreams, and sometimes what we sense in silence when no one is watching, but something is there. In our imagination, inhabited worlds are often pictured as utopias, places of flying cities, advanced machines, glowing technology. But in Spiritism, progress is not measured by tools, it is measured by the soul. Technological brilliance does not guarantee moral wisdom. Some civilizations may travel through galaxies and yet still fall to pride, conquest, or indifference. A world is superior not because it builds faster, but because it loves deeper. Spiritism teaches that true evolution is internal. It begins with the spirit's transformation. With empathy, with justice, with humility. In the Spirit's book, question 785 explains, progress itself is a law of nature, but moral progress does not always follow intellectual advancement. That is why some beings may be extraterrestrial and still selfish, still lost, still evolving. There are planets filled with knowledge, but lacking compassion. There are societies that master energy, but forget kindness. The plurality of worlds includes all levels of spirit: primitive, rebellious, peaceful, enlightened. Earth itself is a world of trials and expiations, not because it is cursed, but because it is necessary. Here, we are taught not only how to survive, but how to forgive, how to choose conscience over instinct, how to rise not by force, but by love. Many of the challenges we face, inequality, injustice, violence, exist because we are still transitioning from instinct to morality, from chaos to order, from ignorance to light. This is not failure, it is growth. Spiritism reminds us that each world is a chapter, each experience a verse in the evolution of the soul. Superior worlds are not paradise by luck. They are the result of effort, choice, and spiritual work. And every being who reaches them has once fallen, suffered, and learned, just like we are learning now. The universe is not a spectacle. It is a classroom. Galaxies are not ornaments in the sky. They are temples of life. Opportunities, paths for the spirit to grow, to suffer, to awaken. In the immensity of creation, each soul is a traveler, crossing bodies, crossing worlds, crossing centuries. Earth is not our first home, nor will it be the last. As Spiritism teaches, reincarnation is not limited to one world. It is part of a cosmic journey, a curriculum of light and shadow, a spiral of awakening. We are not here to dominate matter. We are here to transform ourselves, to rise not in pride, but in virtue. There are no chosen races, no final religions, only spirits in movement. Some more advanced, some still learning, all destined to grow. The Spiritist vision of the plurality of worlds offers more than comfort. It offers meaning. Suffering has a place. Joy has a place. Mistakes have a purpose. Nothing is wasted. From the simplest planet to the most divine sphere, all life is sacred. All souls are brothers. And when Jesus said, "In my Father's house are many mansions," he wasn't speaking in metaphor. He was revealing the structure of the cosmos. Each mansion is a stage. Each world, a mirror. Each experience, a lesson. You are not small. You are, thank you for walking this journey with us. The universe is vast, but so is the spirit. Join us in the next exploration, where thought meets mystery and science embraces the soul.